Today I do my first guide for you how to work with our output of our scanning software. So for example, smoothing, cutting, exporting and scaling. So the easiest way is to use Autodesk Meshmixer. You can get it for free on meshmixer.com via the download button, and then you get here directly a Windows installer to install everything, and that's very easy. So let's start with it. We have here the interface of Meshmixer, and you have two ways to import. The one is the import button here on the left side, or this one, and you can choose a file and import it, or you go directly to your folder. So let's say this one, and you use your obj file. In this case, you have problems to see it in Windows, but via properties you can see it. So it's an object file. You click it and move it directly inside, and there it is. So first, very important, rotating you do with right hand side of your mouse by clicking and holding and then moving. And if you hold your scrolling wheel, you can move your view on it. So I generally move it so that I look from upside on the hand so that I can see everything clear, because for me it's the easiest way to do this. And the first step is to cut it, because we not like to have face and everything, we only like to have the hand in our final model. So I go to select, and if I click in some position where there's no object, I can create a line, cutting line, or let's say selecting line. So in this case, for example, I have a problem, I selected not correctly. The best way is to go with the selection fully round what you like to remove. So in this case, he selected the smallest part, so it's our hand. But we not like to remove the hand, we like to remove the rest. So we go to modify, invert. Now we have selected everything what we like to remove, and press the delete button, and it's finished. So next up, if you like to smooth your object, because you think it's not enough smoothed, what most time is like that, if you like to create a autosis out of it, you press Ctrl A, and you selected everything, and go then to deform and smooth. And here you have some different settings. Important is use the shape preserving option to not deform it too much. Smoothing I let almost on 1. And smoothing scale is where we can play a lot. Yeah, so let's check how it looks not smoothed, or almost not smoothed. So we see here it's not the best quality to use directly for autosis, but it's normal for 3D scanning. So let's say we like to scale with 1.5, so it's not deforming too much on this part of our body part what we need for autosis. So fingers in this case are not need. I think if you like to have fingers correctly, 1 is maximum what you can use. I use most time 2 by hand if I'm interested from here to there. If this is my interested part of it. And then you say accept, and you have your smoothed object. So we clear selection and see it's smoothed, but with everything. Everything is there what we need. So let's go to last step, the dimensions part. So we go on analyzes unit dimensions to scale it, and we can see here the actual dimensions, and we see of course it's not correct. And we're searching for scaling points that we can see very good. So the pink one is not so good. but the red one we can see very clear. So we move to it and zoom as most as possible inside, so that the absolute error is lesser. Sorry, yeah, the absolute, so that the error is lesser for selecting the points. And if we moved as much as possible inside, you can make a distance measurement between 2 points by clicking on left side of your mouse and hold it and move to the other one and remove your finger from the mouse if you have the right position. So now you have a new line, and you see also here the real length of this line at the moment. You can also no, it's not worked because it was too small, so I have to go again. You can also move this. If you click correctly on the endpoint, you can move to a better position if you think it's not good enough. And if you think it's correct, you go to set target length. In my case, because it's edge to edge, I have 20 millimeters there, so I put 20 and it scales the full object. So if we are not sure if this is 100% correct, we can choose another point pair. As I said, the pink one is not so good, but yeah, the green, we can see the edge very clear. So we go to it, move to it, scale again as much as possible inside. And we can do here a second measurement. So we choose again the edge to the second edge. We see here now scaling what is STL. I think it's not selected, also not select correct the edge. So now it looks good. We see it's 20.1. For me it's fully okay, but if you like, you can set here also 20. And now it uses the mid weight. So you see here a max deviation of 0.05 between two. So he made now the scaling based on both point pairs. In this case, for me, the deviation is fully okay. I not need higher accuracy. So I say done, and I have my scaled object. So we can, the good one is we can export in a lot of files. Thus, we have here a lot of options from OBJ, what we imported, to STL, what is the most common for 3D printing, to 3MF, what is a newer, but has a lot advantages about compared with an object, because by object we have most time minimum 3 files, 3 to 6 files, and by 3MF we have only one, but we have all data in this. So means also the texture and everything. So if you marked something, 3MF is the ideal case. So let's say I like to save as 3MF, and I overwrite the old one I created in this case. And I like to export also as STL. So save it. And now we have saved our scaled object, and we can close it. If you like, you can also save a project, but I not need it. And we can look on it. So here it's a 3MF viewed with 3D Builder. So the good one is you see already scaling, everything is there. Yeah, of course it say here there's maybe something wrong, but this is only because it's an open object and not a volumetric object. So if you need volumetric, you can press this button and you get volumetric model. But good advantages, you see here everything is in one. Instead of this, if I like to open only an object file with 3D Builder, you see a problem. It asked me for MTL file, and then it asked me later also for PNG, and scaling is sometimes also not correct. And here the STL, also in scaled one, and we have to choose what are the dimensions. That's also solved in 3MF. Yeah, but if we choose the right one, it's showing again this error because an open object. We can fix it with this. Yeah, and we have our final STL file where we can work with. So that's everything today for me. So if we have any, I will keep you up to date if I have again a new guide. And feel free to fight us via our own